Yes guys, what's going on? So I wanted to do a quick video on Shawn Potter and Devon Alexander. Both of them, as you guys know, are coming off losses. Shawn Potter is coming off a loss to Kell Brook. Devon Alexander is coming off a loss to Amir Khan. And first and foremost, I just want to say congratulations to both fighters, because even though they lost, they've shown that they are warriors in the ring and they can hold their heads up high, that they've taken on all comers and all different styles, especially Devon Alexander. And I don't want Devon Alexander to hold his head low and be disappointed in himself. You're a fighter, Devon, and I commend you that you are willing to take on any style, any fighter, and you are a warrior in that ring. You could have cherry-picked your way around, and we know that Devon Alexander is a very good fighter against slow, flat-footed brawlers. He's got a tremendous chin, and he's good at outboxing them style fighters. We know that Devon Alexander struggles against fighters who are fast and come forward and pressure him and overwhelm him, but you know, he wasn't shy to take on Amir Khan. Same with Shawn Potter. He didn't give up his title, IBF title, to fight someone else. He went in there against Kell Brook and gave it his all. He fought a very close fight. Devon Alexander, I feel, obviously he lost quite significantly to Amir, but that doesn't mean that Devon can't come back. This doesn't mean that Shawn Potter can't come back. At the end of the day, they're fighters, and I don't think people understand how hard it is for fighters to come in the ring. And when a fighter fills the following criteria, that one, they don't fight a style that's easy for them to fight, and two, they're fighting all comers and anyone and everyone, I think that you have to, and then constantly facing the elite level fighters, you have to give them credit. And I think both these fighters, you know, as fans, we need to stop looking at losses in such a devastating manner, and it's what is spoiling the sport. I think it's there's a few things spoiling the sport, and that's definitely one of them, that the fans' perception of the 0 and undefeated record means too much. You take a loss in your record nowadays and people want to talk about it for the next 6 years, and they don't look at what else you do in your career. They just constantly refer to that loss. I don't know what's happened to boxing. I don't know why it's become like this. I do know, in fact, but it's not a video for that. But either way, I think both fighters are brilliant fighters. But what's next for them? I think if they face each other, it could potentially be very detrimental to the loser, especially if the loser is Devon Alexander, because Devon has now lost against Amir Khan. He's lost against Timothy Bradley, and he's taken the loss against Shawn Potter. And if Devon loses in a rematch again, it's to be honest, I think it's going to be too difficult for Devon to fight on any sort of main card. And I just think that it'll be just too tight on him. Like, I don't think he should have this fight again. I think a fight for Devon Alexander could potentially be Keith Thurman. But you see, here's the thing: Devon Alexander has to face an elite level fighter. He can't take on a low level opposition fighter. It's not going to do anything for him now. He needs to take on a high level fighter. I think Keith Thurman's a good fight. I think Maidana would be a good fight, but he's not. I don't think Maidana would take the Devon Alexander fight. High risk, low reward type thing. But you know what it is? What's interesting as well is Marcus Maidana's calling out Amir, but he's not calling out Devon. You notice that? But obviously Amir Khan's a winner of that fight, so he's gonna call out Amir. But I think that Devon Alexander versus Maidana would be a good fight, but I just don't see that happening. I think Keith Thurman is a step up fight. I think Devon Alexander is a tremendous step up fight. I also think Keith Thurman versus Shawn Potter would be a good fight as well. I'd favour Thurman in the fight, probably, but you can't write off Shawn Potter. Shawn Potter's still a brilliant fight, even though he lost to Brook. And I don't see many other options out there for these two fighters, because I think Amir Khan obviously isn't going to face any of these two. There's no point in that. Pacquiao, Mayweather, don't see them. Marquez obviously with Top Rank, Bradley with Top Rank, Mike Alvarado Top Rank, Brandon Rios Top Rank, Saddam Ali is a decent fight, Keith Thurman decent fight, Kell Brook, nah, ain't gonna happen. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. I think Louis Collazo potentially could be a good fight. Louis Collazo has still knocked out Victor Ortiz and only lost to Amir Khan since. Potentially a decent fight there if you throw Louis Collazo into the mix. Yeah, man, just let me know who you guys think these two should fight next. I think that they need to hold their heads up high, because, you know, as fans, we need to stop doing this thing that taking a loss is the end of someone's career. It's spoiling the sport, and because we don't tune in to fighters who lose and we treat fighters who lose like shite, I think that's a problem why we're not getting the brilliant fights, because promoters, managers, boxers themselves sometimes are thinking to themselves, yo, you know what, we can't afford a loss. We can't afford a loss, because our losses, we've made losing such a big thing. And I know why it is, but I'm not going to go through that. It's not the video for that. But leave your comments in the section below. Make sure you subscribe. Let me know who you guys want to see these two fighters up against next. Both brilliant fighters. And in the welterweight division, it's stacked. Someone's going to win, someone's going to lose. And some people at this level are going to take 2-3 losses in a row. It doesn't mean they're finished. It doesn't mean they're rubbish. It just means that they're in against the best of the best in a bit.